Hello, everyone. My name is Jaybird, and welcome back to 1000 Lies. Now, before we start, I just want to get something off my chest. Oh, let me hold on a second. Let me move my mic a bit. Yeah, that's better. I just need to get something off my chest. Concerning me. Yesterday, I got dumped. And I feel confused and conflicted, restless, upset, frustrated. All those wonderful things. And I just want to put that out there because it's just hard. And if I seem a little bit down in my future videos, that's why. It's gonna take me some time to adjust. And it's it sucks, I've never dated a real person before, and he was the first person I've ever dated in real life, and it's gonna be weird to see him at school, and it's just gonna take a while for me to recover from this, but just had to get that out there. Without any further ado, let's get right back to where we left off last time. I think this was it.
Come on, you knew this would happen. You gave us your word, you have to do it. It'll be a lot of fun. Be positive. Besides, with such a long face, you'll get stuck in all of the doorways. You don't want to get hurt, right? You can at least say something. You're too quiet. What's on your mind?
I'm trying to think of a good place to hide a body.
You only have yourself to blame, so stop moping around.
As if we're on a crime show, Ziva came to my house to arrest me. With her, she brought a warrant in the form of a promise. I had promised that I'd follow up on that email if I lost the sled desk race, which brings us to now. I find myself trekking along to the sports center, unsure of what to do next. Ziva's accompanying me, but Aussie couldn't make it for some reason. The point of all this was clearly just to ruin my afternoon. Still, it was my gambling addiction that did me in.
After all this, you haven't asked. Aren't you going to ask me what happened after you ditched class?
Not really. Everyone imagined that all the tables grew sentient and started to run away.
A 3-day suspension for both you and Aussie.
You're kidding me.
Yes.
Don't joke about that stuff, woman.
I pulled some strings to find out the teachers were talking about, and there was a bit of everything. Nevertheless, I, the girl who owes you nothing and never asks for anything in return, came to your rescue and brought the teachers back to their senses.
They rescinded my suspension after you spoke to them? I don't believe you.
Well, about that.
What happened? Hey, don't look away. What are you trying to say?
They agreed to go easier on you, but I had to barter with them. An insignificant detail, really.
I don't like the sound of that. Go on.
They said you guys have to learn your lesson, improve your judgment, blah blah blah, you know? So it turns out that they desperately needed students to help them with. Aussie and you are now officially the grad committee. You two have to help prepare the grad events, stuff like that.
Wait a second. I see a car going fast enough to kill me if I jump in front of it. I'll be right back.
Don't joke about that kind of thing, jeez! We're all going to graduate soon, and it's completely normal for a student committee to handle grad event preparations. You're going to work together with some students from the other side. Both schools have representatives, and together the joint committee has to plan and organize all of the grad events. Nobody from our school volunteered this year, so they decided that it was a convenient punishment. Like the good friend I am, I said I'd join too. So all three of us will be working together. What do you think?
Call an ambulance, but tell them not to bring any defibrillators. Let them know that they can release my ashes over the ocean.
Come on, stop joking around. It'll be fun. All we need to do is figure out what needs to be done for the events. Plus, each year is more or less the same.
But I have to make an effort. It's work outside of school hours. I'll need to actually communicate with other human beings, you know? Humans!
Are you implying that I'm inhuman?
Obviously.
You didn't care about getting expelled, but you're worried about having to work? You're such a lazy ass. It reminds me of someone else.
Look, being on the graduation committee is going to be tedious. Some students will want one thing and others will want the opposite. You have to try to please everyone. It's too difficult. If there are no alternatives, then I guess I'll have to do it, but I'd rather just change the subject for now.
Yeah, change the subject. I see. You know what? I've realized something.
I already told you, if I have to join that stupid committee, then I will.
No, listen, I'm talking about you. I've realized that maybe that you're just suffering from what you're suffering from is schizoid personality disorder? Question mark?
Are you making up diagnoses again? I told you to stop looking at mental illnesses on Wikipedia.
You wanted to change the subject, didn't you? Here you go. You don't enjoy socializing, you're detached on a personal level, and your sense of humor is unsympathetic. At first, I thought your writing obsession was a symptom of autism, but you don't seem to have any issues communicating with other people. However, it wouldn't make sense if you were a secret schizoid, since they're able to fake social interactions. Also, some schizoids share symptoms with those afflicted with Asperger's. It would make a lot of sense.
Are you telling me that I'm autistic? Do you want to fight me or something? Just because I'm different doesn't mean that I'm crazy.
Correct. You aren't crazy. A lot of psychologists agree that schizoids don't actually suffer from a disorder, but that their behavior is just part of their personality. Just because someone acts differently doesn't mean that they're suddenly an alien. There are a lot of circumstances in which regular people can end up going crazy purely from the power of suggestion. The best way to prevent that is to be confident. There's nothing wrong with acting differently from others or making a mistake.
Ziva seems pleased with her evaluation. I can only respond in low spirits, but I still have to admit that she's dedicated.
That's why you're going to give me your notebook, so I can study it. We have to get to the heart of the matter.
For the rest of the walk to the sports center, Ziva tries to steal my notebook by shoving her hands in my pockets. From the outside, the situation undoubtedly looks like Ziva's trying to tear my pants off. It doesn't help when she yells, "Come on, show it to me!" and
Come on, show it to me.
and
It'll only be for a moment. Let me see it.
but it isn't as wonderful as it appears. To be honest, I wouldn't even wish this on my worst enemy. Oh wait, Ziva is my worst enemy. In that case, I do wish it. Ooh. A few minutes later, I stand waiting near one of the basketball courts at the center. It's actually one of those multi-sport courts that provides equipment for an array of different sports. At the moment, only a basketball team is training at the center, so I'm left to assume that they're it I'm supposed to join. I speak to the coach, who's now under the impression that today I'm observing to decide whether or not I want to join his team. Apparently, they have to pay to train here. It's crazy. Ziva gives me a pat on the back and a quick wink before she sits on the bench and plays with her cell phone. Even though she had insisted on coming with me, she ran away so quickly. I don't think I'll ever understand her. Hey, you, new guy. You're Sheeran, right? One of the team members approaches me before they begin training. Even though he looks to be up to the task by himself, he asks if I can help him prepare the court. I assume this is what they usually do to try to help integrate new members. Maybe I should do the same and try to break the ice too. Huh? You play basketball with balls? I thought you hit a scale with a bat and watch as the plate soars upwards based on how hard you hit it? My new teammate is speechless. He looks pretty bewildered. Come on, don't give me that look. I was kidding. Everybody knows that's actually soccer. Well, guys, it's that time again. It's the end of the episode. If you like this episode of 1000 Lives, leave a like. Lives? Ugh. If you like this episode of 1000 Lies, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell. And remember, die safely. Bye-bye!